There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Everything you learned in history class was a lie. Well, maybe not everything, but they skipped the best parts. Introducing Stupiracy, where stupidity meets conspiracy. Ever heard of the Olympic marathon that nearly killed its runners? Or the time a pope put another pope's corpse on trial? Join me, Scott Rizzuto, and Tim McKernan as we uncover the most outrageous historical moments and mind-blowing conspiracies you won't believe actually happened. Tune into Stupiracy for your weekly dose of historical absurdity. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, history is dumb, but laughing at it is smart.
Involve risk.
And now, live from the TCL broadcast studios, it's Joe Souchere and Patrick Royce with Sports Talk.
I understand you saw the obit too of.
I only saw it because the guy that I don't know if he's still at NPR. He was at NPR. He runs My Little Bloggy. What's that guy's name?
I don't know. I'm not aware of that.
He has this little blog that he does, and it's he tweeted it out, and that's where I saw it. It was fantastic. Yeah. Now, where did it come from? Do we know? Which publication?
Redwood.
Redwood Falls?
Yeah.
The Redwood Falls Gazette down. Redwood County Gazette down there.
Yep,
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, there were some recriminations left over there from, what was the name of the two children?
Gina and
somebody. Jay or somebody like
Gina
that.
and Jay.
Gina and Jay. She will not be missed in hell. Mom, she will not be missed. I don't think they said it is now time for her to go to her reward or something, or to be judged. It's now time for her to be judged, and she won't be missed. It was fantastic.
Okay, old-fashioned doubleheader starting right now.
Yes.
I predict the second game will get over about 1.
Well, that's a distinct possibility. Everybody's always saying, well, they should have more doubleheaders, and then they could shorten the season. But nobody wants to go to them anymore because they leave single games early. Mm-hmm. You leave single games in the 7th inning. Why do you want 18 innings? Right?
Well, I do as a television watcher.
Because then you can watch a couple of innings, come back 3 hours later, they're in the 9th, and then you can watch, then you can take another little break and come back later. And
last night, I did that for the hockey game last night. It turned out to be a blowout, essentially.
I saw a fine, fast-moving game last night, an hour and 15-minute curfew for 7-year-olds in coach pitch. It's the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Trouble is, the Nats, it was a 7 p.m. kickoff, and about 8, suddenly, every gnat in Woodbury decided to descend upon us.
Really?
And that was...
They've got some magnificent facilities in Woodbury, don't they?
They got a lot of different parks that you got to be aware of if you're a parent there where your kids might be playing. But yes, it was... But coaches pitch, at least when you watch coaches pitch, when they've got to that level, they generally know which base you should be headed for.
They're not running to third.
No, they're we had one kid who just kind of started running out to the outfield because there was a bunch of fielders in his way, so he just took a big circle and was wandering around. But in this competition, you can record an out, which is a good thing too.
My favorite scene from a kid's game like that was the kid hit a ball up the middle. Mm-hmm. And everyone started to chase it. And by the time he got to second, he thought, what the hell, I'm going to go help him find it. he ran out to center field with him.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do that all the time. My granddaughter was playing this a couple years ago and was extremely proud because she might have been a little older or something, but she was faster. Mm-hmm. So she was extremely proud that she could beat the mob out to short outfield to get the ball first. To get the ball first.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with playing the game.
Right.
It was you might as well get a bunch of puppies out in the out in the field and throw a ball and have them all chase it.
Yeah.
Right? It's got nothing to do with baseball.
No.
We do have breaking news
What's
about
that?
the Redwood Falls Gazette obituary. Apparently, the Gazette has pulled it from their website.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. They're not citing a reason why, but this is courtesy of Fox 9 and Amy Hockert.
Well, apparently it became national news, huh?
Viral. It went
It went viral.
All over the world.
Well, you know what? The who's going to sue? Mom's dead.
There's nothing to sue.
Mom dead. The heirs. Now, I don't know about the kid when she got knocked up by the brother-in-law. We don't know what happened to that child.
Well, that's what confused us. Did
Yeah.
she have 2 children with the man she married?
Yes. And the first guy she married in 1957, they had the 2 kids.
Yeah.
And then she, when she got in the family way, as we used to call it,
Yeah.
with the brother-in-law, she headed out to California. What happened between then and her death in Springfield? We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So is that a stepbrother then? Still?
I'm not sure how you.
No.
I don't know how you address him.
That's a
the
stepbrother.
kid out in California.
I don't know how you address him at Thanksgiving.
He's
Not a stepbrother.
he's a
It would have been her
stepbrother.
brother-in-law.
He's a step. No,
it's not a brother-in-law.
The child that was.
Oh,
that
I
she
don't
had.
know.
Yeah.
See, to me, it isn't clear. It isn't clear how many children she had.
Well, not only is he a stepbrother, he's a stepbrother-in-law. I think the other guy's a step.
Yeah, that gets
the guy that knocked her up.
He's the brother-in-law.
Yeah,
But I'm talking
for
about the
kids,
children. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
For the
about.
kids, he's a stepfather-in-law. Maybe I don't know how that works.
That had
You know
to be
anybody
quite
that
the-
noodles
what?
down south? We
That
can
had to
call
be
them.
quite the scandal.
Oh,
back
that
then.
had to be quite the talker in Wabasso. I gotta think that was, and that's a good Wabasso name too. Shunk, right? Shunk. Yeah, that's a good Wabasso.
When do we play the next game in the NBA? Thursday?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow
they're
night.
just like your NHL. They take 3 days. Anytime they, although at least the NHL, when they get to a location, they then play every 2 days. These guys are taking a 3-day break, even though they didn't change location.
Well, the NHL, we got to wait till Thursday.
But they're changing location.
That's true.
They travel danger because they got to get on the train and go out to Vegas here. They can't play in 2 days because they got that
Got to take a
backwards.
bus.
Yeah, they got to take that backwards transportation. They were all in Washington about 4 hours after the last game ended, but you still got to take a couple of days off. So I'm very hopeful the Caps will finish her off and we don't have to see that nonsense in Vegas more than once more.
Well, I think the Caps would just soon win it there and get it over with.
Yes. Because as with their pucker factor in previous playoff series, as soon as something bad happens, their fan base, the Chris Logs of the world, are going to go into complete panic, right? And then if they go lose Game 6, that would be bad. If they were to blow this 3-1 lead, that would be very bad.
Only one team has blown a 3-1 lead in the Cup Finals.
Is that right?
Yeah. 1942 Red Wings.
Wow. But remember this.
I think it was 42 Red Wings.
Remember this.
Verify that, staff.
Trust but verify.
Remember this, the unlikely 2003 Minnesota Wild did it twice,
Yeah.
back to back. They were down 3-1 to Colorado and Vancouver and came back and beat them both. So,
Well, that was ultimately their problem. They were exhausted.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anaheim, they were exhausted. And then they come into Anaheim for that. They play Anaheim that 1-0 game that one afternoon that lasted about 6 days because it was 2 overtimes at least. So,
It didn't take long for the Mighty Whiteys to jump out in front, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Somebody let off with a homer off Fernando. Come on, Fernando. What the heck's the matter with you?
I'm seeing later than that, Joe. What did you say? What year did you say?
I thought it was
3-1.
42 Red Wings.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, for the over the Leaf. That was the last in the
Jump!
Stanley Cup Finals.
Jump. Oh, can't jump that high.
Play by play. Here we go.
Okay.
So in 42,
Yeah,
the
42.
Leafs beat the Red Wings in 7 games.
The Wings.
Wings beat the Leafs.
I'm sorry,
Wings-
the Wings beat the Leafs in
They
7
won
games.
the first game 3-2, second game 4-2, the third game 5-2, and then Toronto
Won
won
4 straight.
4-3, 9-3, 3-zip, and 3-1.
So it was 3-0. Okay, because
Wow.
there was never another 3-0 until I think Zach Parisi was on that team with
didn't
the Island.
The Kings did it too in the first round when they were down
Yes,
3
to
games
the
to
Shark,
none to the
right?
Shark.
Yeah.
And they went on to win the
But
cup.
I think it was a long gap there between 3-0s being reversed. That's for sure.
Well, not to confuse things, but I think the stat I heard is that there's only one team who was also blown a 3-1 lead.
But here's the good news. If the Caps win, they got a bunch of Russians.
Yep.
So they're sure to go to the White House.
Oh, Jesus.
Either there or in Moscow.
They got a bunch of Russians. They're going to go to the White House. There's no doubt about it. Ovi and Kuznetsov will lead them right into there.
Think
Brooke, why don't
Pooty
you
would
take
come
us
for the
to,
celebration?
To break, Rook.
Oh, Pooty might be there.
Yes.
with
You think he'll be there?
them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to clarify something. I think we have two statistics at issue here.
Yes.
There was an NHL team up 3-0 and lost the cup. And there
Correct.
was an NHL team up 3-1 and lost the cup. The only NHL team up 3-1 to lose the cup was Detroit in 1942. It's been texted to me by a guy who would know because he's doing a book
But
about
they still
hockey.
would have been up 3-1 also.
Okay, so Detroit won the first 3 games, so they were up 3-0.
Yes, and
Then
then
Toronto won that game.
So then they were up 3-1.
Detroit technically was up 3-1.
Yes.
But then
See, that's why they're saying this. They confused you. No, he's actually right.
He can't be.
Yes. The only team to be down 3-1 and win the cup was 1942, but they also were up. They also were
the
up
only
3-0.
team to be down 3-0.
Yeah, there was up. Yeah, or to be up 3-0 and lose the cup. Yes,
I mean,
they were
up
both.
3-0.
They were both. They were both of those things.
So there's not two stats. It's the same two teams. Detroit and Toronto in 1942.
you're getting 2 stats in one.
Yes.
It's
I
like
guess
certs.
I guess so.
2 minutes in one.
Hey, it's a day for confusion because every team, the Twins and the White Sox are all wearing number 42 today. Even though Jackie Robinson Day was 2 months ago, because they got snowed out,
That's
they all
right.
got to wear number 42.
I just thought 42 was all over the field, but
So
they're all wearing it.
yesterday was my grandson, 7-year-old grandson Luke's father's 42nd birthday. I said, "How old's your dad?" He said, 42. I said, "How come there are a day during the baseball season when every player wears number 42?"
Do you know
This
the
kid's
answer?
7. He says, "I know. I can't remember the name, but it's because he was the first black player," he said.
That's
and then
pretty good.
that was
Take
pretty
it.
damn
You'll
good.
take that, yeah.
Then I gave him Jackie, and then he knew Robinson.
Got it.
But this kid's going to be a sports trivia expert.
Rookie,
So,
you're reminding me, Pat, of our Class B game of the Town Ball Classic. Rookie, you'll love this story. Danny Flanagan and Charlie Beatty did the game.
Yeah.
And the Victoria Vics were honoring the late, great Mike Poppets, the guy who ran their team forever, with his number 44, in which every player was wearing the same number. And I
Okay.
looked at Danny and I said, "Best of luck."
Good luck to you.
And he did a great job, but he thought, they're all wearing the same jersey
We have
number.
a Jackie Robinson Day every year.
yes.
Yep, every year.
Every team in baseball on whenever
April
he played his first ever game, April 18th or 17th or
Somehow
whatever
I
it was.
don't think Jackie gives a rip.
I don't either.
I
But
think he would have been fine.
I think the fact that we have it hanging on that he's retired in every stadium is probably enough. You know,
Jackie would
Maybe
just as
the-
soon had the real number.
maybe the second baseman should all wear 42. He was a second baseman. Whoever you are, your second base, you wear 42.
You got 42. Then you always know.
Yeah, right. That's true. Although he did play some first base later in his career. You know what Jackie did when the Dodgers traded him to the Giants, Rook?
What do you do?
Quit.
Really?
Yep. He was a very competitive guy, and he hated the Giants, and he wasn't going to go play with the crosstown rivals.
because they were in the same town.
They traded him to the Giants, I believe, for a pitcher named Dick Littlefield, and that was at the end of his career, and he was pretty well done anyway, and he wouldn't go.
That's kind of admirable.
That's a competitor.
Can't be like Johnny Damon.
Nah,
you know?
yeah.
That wouldn't happen today.
Yeah, what he was playing first base. You went down and wanted to talk with him. Nah. You're the other side. You play.
By the way,
other
there's
side.
been far too much collegiality this year.
Oh, there's been a lot.
They're
I
chatting
noticed
too
it.
much.
I noticed it the other day, smiling. Palka was out on second base. Now he used to be a Twins farmhand, but he just hit a double. He was having the time of his
He
life.
basically brought a picnic basket and said, "You guys, you got your napkins? You want to have a checkered
What am I
tablecloth?"
missing with Sano? Why is he a leadoff hitter?
There's 2 outs in the inning, sir.
Oh, there's 2 outs.
Well,
I'm
we
sorry, I
got
missed
2
the
quick
first 2.
outs.
I was trying to
But
do the
that
show.
would be a novel approach.
It really would.
You know, that would get him.
Let's get that first strikeout out of the way right away.
You know what? I've seen signs that he's going to get better, but maybe I'm wrong. Because then he made reverse signs. See, that's why he should be leading off. He walked. He got on base. He got on base. Get him on base. Go. The crowd can go. Go.
Now you bring Buxton out to pinch run for him,
Yes. Right.
We'll piecemeal this
I
one
love
together.
when Twins games start at 3 o'clock, Patrick. I just do.
Yeah, well, you get commentary.
Yes,
You
it's
get
great.
commentary. That's true.
You
And
got
pointing.
no shot for the ride.
We get pointing,
No
too.
shot.
How does that work when there's,
Pointing. Look
hey,
at that.
jump?
Jump for the
No,
ball.
he just hit or he hit his hands will go like he hit a fly ball. His hands go extend out as if the ball was projected all the way up to
We
the
need a
outfield.
camera.
Yes,
We had one.
We should have a camera for the show, but
I think we might regret that.
I don't think we should have audio.
You're right.
During
That's-
the breaks. I don't think we should have that.
But
during
we're
the
going to need a
breaks.
giant sign reminding us that there's a camera in here.
Like the
That's right.
Motel Red sign that just blinks on and off that reminds us you are on air, kind of.
That's true. Boy, did we have chaos this morning. We had I woke up at 5:30. I read the paper, did all kinds of stuff. 7:30, I'm going to take a little nap. Knock on the door.
Time for bed.
Knock
Not a lot
on
of
the
guys
door.
take a nap at 7:30 in the
Well, I'm
morning.
going to go to 9. Alexa, wake me up at 9. A little hour and a half, right?
Sure. What
Because
the
I didn't
hell, why
fall
not?
asleep till about 2. I've had about 3 hours sleep. So, Alexa, wake me up at 9. Bang, bang, bang. Guys from Comcast are there. They got to run some cable. Every 5 minutes, they're knocking back on a window, asking me another question. I don't know
Right.
what the hell you're talking about. And then I had to get the new $2,700 pool heater, and the one they put in didn't work, so they had to come back and put in a new pool heater, and that guy had to come in the house. And it was terrible. It was chaos, man. It was
How many pool
chaos.
heaters have you been through?
I think this might be number 4. But
You're up to about 10 to 12
well,
grand
we
a pool
moved
heater.
into
Down the
that.
thermostat
We
a little
moved
bit.
into that place 30 years ago, so it's they're about a 5-year deal. They last about 5 or 6 years.
Can you lease a pool here? Is it like a car? You got to buy one
Oh,
outright?
you just buy her.
Okay.
I suppose you could, but what would you want? You know, I don't know.
Slightly used.
Yeah.
Go on Craigslist to buy a used pool heater.
Hey, they might have a used pool heater store with all my pool heaters. that
This one
used to be in
came
it.
from Orlando, Florida. Hardly ever used. You know.
Meet me behind the Holiday gas station
Right.
parking lot.
Right.
In fact, the stepson asked me yesterday, Rookie, says, you still got a lawnmower sitting there that
Oh,
you
yeah?
don't use? I said, yeah, I think there's still one in there. I haven't checked lately, but I think Rook only took one of them.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I,
we only got one.
I think the one that still started when we gave, because the run Rook got was because it wouldn't start. So we
Which
went and
was-
bought a new one.
Got it home and Gabe started it in about 7 minutes after.
Well, and this
That
one,
was-
I told him, I said, there's a fighting chance this one won't start because the fuel has been in there for about 8-9 years.
There
now.
was a plume. It was spewing. It was spewing exhaust, but we made it through.
Sports Talk will be back shortly, but now thanks to our great friends in Owatonna, Minnesota at Federated Insurance, where it's their business to protect your business, and nobody does that better than Federated. It's Bruce Vail from the Wall Street Journal and Your Money Now.
You know, if you filled your pool with hot water instead of cold water, you wouldn't need the heater.
That's a good point,
There
Bruce.
you go.
Hell of a point.
Run a hose from the bathroom faucet out there.
Yeah.
Or I could warm it up on the oven, on the stove, and go out and put a whole big pot.
Throw a pot of water in there.
Yeah, I like that. Stocks were mixed at the close of today's trading session, with shares of technology companies climbing and financial stocks declining. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 13 points, closing at 24,799. The NASDAQ Composite gained 31 points, and the S&P 500 picked up 1 point. Total payouts by the Social Security Administration will exceed the program's income this year for the first time since 1982, forcing the program to dip into its nearly $3 trillion trust fund to cover benefits. According to the latest annual report by the trustees of Social Security and Medicare, by 2034, the reserves will be depleted and Social Security will no longer be able to distribute its full scheduled benefits. And just for rookie, more candy news today. Get ready for some new Snickers bars. Candy maker Mars is adding 3 new flavors to the Snickers lineup: espresso, fiery, and salty and sweet. Each bar has the usual peanuts, caramel, and milk chocolate with a bold flavor twist of either espresso, chili pepper, or salt. They are available in stores now for a limited time.
Thanks, brah.
I like that. I'm Bruce Vail with Your Money Now on 1500 ESPN.
All right, thanks, Bruce. If I had time to do traffic, it would be brought to you by Indeed.com. Are you hiring with Indeed? You can post a job in minutes, set up screener questions, then zero in on qualified candidates in an online dashboard. Get started at Indeed.
Here's John Height.
Thank you, Joe. It's sunny and, boy, it's perfect. 78 degrees out there. Twins White Sox playing a doubleheader down at Target Field. The White Sox off early, a leadoff homer from Yohan Moncada. They lead 1-0 over the Twins. The ball game is in the second inning.
Who hit that home run?
Moncada.
Oh, okay. He's back. The second baseman.
Yeah.
Cuba.
Correct. Fernando Romero's on the mound for the Twins. In Game 2 tonight, pitcher Zach Littell makes his major league debut for the Twins.
I think they're just trying to, they figured they needed a pitcher and they just take a look at him and see what they had there.
Go for shortstop. Taron Vavra taken in the third round of the Major League Baseball draft today by the Colorado Rockies. Vavra, a junior who was a first-team All-American this season, was the 96th overall selection. He leads the Gophers in pretty much everything. .393 batting average, 10 home runs, 59 RBIs in 56 games. The Gophers, of course, will play at Oregon State this weekend in the NCAA Super Regional.
Okay, I got my money on Pat. Pat?
Yes.
The only other time the Twins drafted an outfielder in the first round of the draft was 1969. Who was it?
Beyond Buxton?
The only other time the Twins drafted an outfielder.
A college outfielder.
A college outfielder.
Was 1969.
1969. Can't remember.
Paul Powell.
Oh, yeah. Paul Ray Powell. Yeah. He was Arizona State, I believe.
Yes, he
You are
was.
correct, yes. Yeah. Played 30 games in the major leagues, 47 at-bats.
I bet he probably was willing to sign cheap.
News notes from today. This political thing. Today was the day you had to file by to see what you're running for.
Oh, this is, how about Keith?
Keith Ellison, the U.S. representative, has filed to run for Minnesota Attorney General.
Why would he want that instead of being a senator?
Congressman.
Or congressman.
Same difference. Yeah, I don't know. It's very odd to me.
He filed his candidacy for Attorney General this morning. He first filed this morning to withdraw from the 5th District congressional race, so there'll be a lot of folks running for that, including...
That'll be a mess, man.
Well, wait till the one I just told you who just entered the race.
Okay.
Well,
look at this.
She's probably going to win, I guess. What happened?
Who just entered?
They threw a wild pitch,
tell you in
and
a
it was
minute.
so wild the catcher had no shot at it.
Okay.
So far, here's who's entered.
Okay.
Former Minnesota House Speaker Margaret Anderson Kelleher, State Senator Patricia Torres, and in the last hour, State Representative Ilhan Omar.
And this is for what?
For Ellison's
role?
seat, 5th District seat.
Okay.
So given that district, assuming she gets the nod, wouldn't you think she'd be a shoo-in?
I would guess the Republican doesn't have much chance in that district.
Yeah, I would think so not.
I voted for Keith every year. Every time.
That's because you're stupid.
No, I like bleep disturbers. He's a bleep disturber.
Because you're stupid.
That seemed a little
stupid. Seemed a little harsh, Joe.
No, you're stupid.
Yeah, well, I could have voted for the guy who got 18% of the vote, I suppose. I could have done that.
Now, as far as Attorney General goes for the Dems, Mike Hatch did file as a candidate this morning.
Problem? You've come and gone, Mike. Forget it.
Well, we didn't know this earlier, but he filed as what's called a placeholder, so it's not a final.
He's got
filing.
a buddy he wants to run, right? He's got somebody he's hoping will run, so he doesn't have to.
Well, he apparently the placeholder thing, you can wait and see, and depending on who runs, you can get in the race at that point.
Okay.
So we don't know if he's actually
That's a golf bet I've been trying to make all my life. But can we decide the bet after I hit this?
The filing deadline, 5 o'clock today. So who knows? We might get some more
Hatch,
before you're all done here.
But if they don't file by 5, they can't run.
Well, he has filed already. It's called a placeholder.
Yeah, you can. He's a placeholder.
Okay.
So he can, in a month, he can go, I'm going to run.
What happened
or
to
I'm not.
Lori? She was going to be the attorney general. Now she thinks she's going to be governor. She got no shot.
She's running for governor. That's correct. She did not get
What's wrong with Rick Nolan? He was going to run for governor. Now he's her right-hand man.
What's Aaron Murphy running for?
governor.
Okay, I heard a great story today about her from a terribly reliable source.
Okay. Yeah.
Who sees her frequently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she is constantly making turns in her neighborhood without her turn signal on while her head is glaring at her phone.
She's a texter.
She's texting.
She drives and
I
texts.
trust the source who told me this.
Okay.
Well, she'll never. I'm opposed to that behavior.
A Blue Earth area high school student pled guilty to fifth-degree criminal sexual conduct yesterday, as well as aiding and abetting in a third-degree felony-level assault on his former fellow football teammate. 18-year-old Dalton Nagel will be sentenced July 9th in Faribault County. The case is primarily focused around a physical altercation involving 5 Blue Earth area high school students at a party. The criminal complaint says 4 players beat on their fellow teammate until the victim was unconscious, leaving him with a concussion. All 4 defendants were charged with felonies connected to the assault. The fifth-degree criminal sexual conduct charge against Nagel is new, but they have not yet amended the criminal complaint.
Apparently, after the kid was knocked out, he put his unit on the kid's face, and then they took a photo of it to get a few laughs.
You know what? That's not funny.
And this is a terrible story, but it's according to the Star Tribune story, Johnny, they beat him up because he was making too much noise, and they were afraid the parents were going to wake up while the party was going on.
Yep.
Oh, so they beat him up quietly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Apparently, he agreed not to scream as they were beating him.
They sound like worthless kids to me.
Yeah, there's 3 more to go to trial. This kid pled guilty.
I hate to make this judgment, and I'm a news guy, so I probably shouldn't say this.
Editorial comment?
When I saw the picture in the paper of the kid walking into court in an untucked shirt and a pair of jeans, and he's facing these charges, I thought to myself, that's not the way a kid should walk.
Decline of moral and ethical integrity, John.
It was just, but I shouldn't.
Well, it extends even to clothing.
Well, I shouldn't make this judgment either, but his dad was right behind him in jeans and a pullover T-shirt.
Well,
That doesn't really show confidence, does it?
Thank you. Yeah. President Trump is asking an appeals court to restore his power to block critics on Twitter.
What's he care?
A couple weeks ago, you may remember, New York judge ruled that the president's Twitter feed is a public forum, and therefore blocking users from seeing and responding to his posts violates their First Amendment
I'm with
rights.
Trump on this one. I hope I have the continued power to block weenies.
Russian President Vladimir Putin today said he and President Trump regularly talk over the phone and that the pair work well together in the fight against international terrorism, but he suggested a formal summit between the two was not imminent, despite mounting speculation. Speaking to Austrian television channel ORF ahead of a visit to Vienna, Putin said he fully agreed with Trump on the possibility a new arms race between the countries could break out and said he hoped the two leaders could work together to prevent it. A soft teddy bear seems harmless until hackers can use it to spy on your kids. Amazon says it's pulled Cloud Pets, a smart toy that researchers said was riddled with security flaws, from its online store.
This like a nanny cam, John?
Last week, Walmart and Target stopped selling the toy. Amazon began removing Cloud Pets this morning. The decision comes a day after Mozilla contacted Amazon with research showing new vulnerabilities on Cloud Pets.
So wait a minute here, Johnny. I got a Cloud Pet, and then if somebody's a really good hacker, they can go in and see what's going on?
You are correct. Yes.
That's not good.
That's
with your pet?
With
whoever
your
happens
teddy bear.
to be in the room.
Whatever's in the room.
We should get you one, Joe.
No.
For the living room.
Very popular with pedophiles, I would imagine.
One of these little brats screwed up my iPad so bad I had to start over and reboot the thing. It took me 24 hours to get the thing to work again.
I would have liked to have been around to see that.
It was not very pleasant, believe me.
I bet it wasn't.
I don't know. The granddaughter has lost all respect here. When she sees me now, she just puts her hand out, and I have to put the cell phone in it.
Oh.
Here it
So she
is.
can
Cough
play
it up.
with it, yeah.
Cough
At the
it up.
age of 2, they know how to work those. I'm not kidding. 2.
Yeah.
2.
Right. This is a bad deal. A crocodile has killed a Protestant pastor who is baptizing followers near a lake in Ethiopia.
I think
Well,
that's funny.
Pat, I'm not sure.
I think it's funny.
Not sure it's hilarity.
I think it's
I-
fun.
It's something.
Baptize
Access
people.
denied.
I don't know if it's funny,
Go
but
to
it
the
is something.
church, have a little vat of water and do
Bowl.
it there. This river
Where's
stuff.
the bowl?
You get what you deserve when you go to the river.
Well,
for
especially if it's
baptism.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, well, I don't
The
know.
waters are a little
They do
murkier.
that
Right,
down
right.
south. Hell, the alligators eat 7, 8 new Christians
Rook.
a year down there.
What do they have in those waters in Ethiopia? Serpents.
Oh, damn it.
Don't
Where are these serpents from? The Lord is calling you right away.
Who got a croc? Got him, huh?
Yep, Dosho Ashetty was conducting the ceremony for about 80 people Sunday morning. Residents and police said a crocodile jumped from the water during the baptism and attacked him. He died after being bitten on his legs, back, and hands. Local resident Katimo Caro said he baptized the first person and he passed on to another one. All of a sudden, the crocodile jumped out of the lake and grabbed him. Despite efforts, fishermen and residents couldn't save him. They used fishing nets to prevent the crocodile from taking the body into the lake. The crocodile was able to escape.
Don't we check for crocs before we do this?
It's an
telling you.
unnecessary risk.
I'm telling you, the waters are murky.
Yeah, that's probably. But you throw a couple of rocks in there, make them move.
The Mars rover, Curiosity, you guys know what that is, right?
That's a space thing.
Yeah, it's on Mars.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they've
It's up
found...
there. You can get them.
You can get them. Yeah.
I can get you a rover by 3 o'clock.
Space thing.
The space thing. Apparently, the space thing has found something intriguing on Mars.
Let's go here. Water?
NASA says it will unveil the discovery this Thursday.
Well, why are they waiting, John?
Butterfly people.
The lizard folk.
Why are they waiting?
The space agency.
I need to know now.
No, well, I mean, what is it like?
They'll make it an event, right? A TV
Why
event.
does it have to be an event?
The space agency revealed few details about what will be announced, but they said they'll have a live discussion that will feature, quote, new science results from NASA's
Amelia
Mars
Earhart
Curiosity
is who I'm
rover.
guessing. They're going to find Amelia still alive.
I think she's been solved. We got her.
NASA says all the results are embargoed by the journal Science until a Thursday. That press conference, in case you're
Is this
wondering.
going to frighten us, John?
I hope not. Maybe that's why we're waiting.
Those eyes at the end of the wobbly antennas?
The good news is they might wipe us out before we run out of Social Security. So that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
You know, if it comes before 2000,
Silver linings.
maybe they're planning an attack, and that'll take care of the Social Security problem.
The details will be released at 1 o'clock our time on Thursday.
I was just telling Joe, Social Security runs out in 16 years. I'm 88. That's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do? Put me out on the curb?
Yep.
By then,
Big
what
comfortable
can they
chair.
do?
That's true,
I got no money. What are you going to do with me?
I think at that point, that'll be a great topic for you on the ride. You'll have just ran out today. So what do we got? Call me now.
Funny video. You may have seen this. An unconventional method of towing a car was caught on camera in China when a man carried a 4-door sedan on the back of a motorized tricycle.
What?
Yep. It was a large car on a small 3-wheeled bike with a motor. The bike had a motor.
That's I don't find that unusual for China.
I don't know how could it be
How
that
do it go?
powerful of a trike?
How do it work?
Yeah.
A surprise driver on a Zhejiang province road captured video of the tricycle carrying the much larger car as it balanced on its cargo compartment. Police said the man told officers he had recently bought the car. He was taking it to a scrapyard to
All
sell
I gotta
for
do
parts.
is get it home.
Right. The man for doing that was fined $200 by police and received 9 points on his license. Yes.
John, those Chinese folks are always going down a road. And didn't we have a gal going down the road about 2 days ago in a bumper car?
Bumper car, yeah, correct.
Right.
Yes.
What the hell's wrong with them? Get some vehicles here. What the... Newgate wouldn't even take that one if it came in on a
you might
tricycle.
want to try somebody else.
This is a tough one from New York. A man there claims...
Just think if Newgate was in China.
They'd
be killing it.
Churning. Yeah, churning.
A New York man claims a CVS pharmacist violated his privacy by discussing his Viagra prescription with his wife, which allegedly led to the breakdown of his marriage.
In other words, he wasn't buying it for her.
No. In other words, what'd he say? You want to pick up your husband's Viagra?
Michael Feinberg of Long Island said he explained to the pharmacist he would pay out of pocket for the Viagra rather than put it through his insurance. Mm-hmm. But he says a few days later, his wife called the CVS to talk about her own prescription, and the pharmacist brought up his Viagra prescription.
Wow.
Feinberg alleges that in doing so, the pharmacist, without solicitation, improperly informed Feinberg's wife that his prescription for Viagra was not being covered by insurance, and all of this violated his privacy under HIPAA law.
And
I think he's got a case.
Also, Mrs. Feinberg has not been the recipient of the joys of Viagra. Is that what we're expecting here?
Well, it doesn't say that, and I thought there was two ways to look at it. Either that way, the way you guys are saying, or perhaps she said, "What? I don't excite you enough? You have to have Viagra?"
Oh, that could have been it too. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
To which his answer should have been, "No, you don't."
Feinberg said his wife was not entitled to know about the prescription, said the ordeal caused a breakdown of his marriage, caused what he called genuine severe mental injury and emotional harm.
I'm liking this guy's case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, unless she had previously signed up for, with your medical, your spouse might be on the list.
For what?
Prescriptions. I never do it. Mine takes care of he takes care of all my Viagra prescriptions. Wait, did I say that out loud?
A spokesman told the news outlet that CVS places the highest priority on protecting the privacy of those we serve.
Of course they do.
The lawsuit filed in Nassau.
How about we give you free Viagra, buddy? Will that take care of this? I'm saying it's the mistress, but you're thinking maybe it's
it could be
wife,
either or.
Wife wanting to.
Maybe both.
He was getting compliments from his wife, and now they stopped. I guess that maybe.
All my prescriptions are boring, like for rosacea and ointment and ointment.
I don't have any because I'm a healthy fella.
Unguent.
Yeah, it's tough getting that.
John,
unguent.
you have other
I
obligations.
have to run now if you don't
gotta
mind.
go. This is the most end of sports talk show we've had left in months.
It's almost like a full segment here,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is. Almost like a full segment. We'll talk a little bit about the all the NFL controversies that are flying around. Yeah,
I missed the timing.
Yeah, right. That's Johnny Height's a busy man.
Yes, he is.
Johnny Height's Kenny's not around. His son apparently has graduated from high school. Although Kenny has not informed any of us of what high school or
none of your bleeping
I
business.
was invited. I was
Yes.
invited to the party.
Of course, yeah. That's of
Well,
course.
you guys didn't get the invite.
I didn't get the invite.
No,
I didn't get the
I got
invite.
the invite.
You got the invite.
You know
I got
what?
the invite.
Whenever you have a small graduation party, you know what you're doing? You're costing your kids money.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You need a big
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
graduation party?
You need a big graduation party, so they bring the cash.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to give Kenny's kid $5.
Yeah, that's all he needs. That's all he
I
needs.
figured that was pretty
You
good.
My
name the high
niece-
school, I'll double it. You can
one
tell
of my important nieces had a graduation party the other day. They didn't invite enough people.
I got news for you, pal. She graduated from Wayzata.
Yeah,
She's fine. She's all
okay.
right. Where's she going to school?
St. Thomas. She's
Really?
going to be a Tommy.
All right.
And but
Well, that's as expensive as Yale these days.
But but the one thing, it was located kind of a distance away from Wayzata, so that cut into it. But there,
They're like the blue collar
you got to
Wayzata.
invite everybody you know. You got to. This isn't one of Chaz's kids. No, this is one of Lucy's kids, Ellie.
Yeah.
But you know what? You got a good graduation party. You can get $4 grand, can't you, Rook?
That's unheard of to me. Seriously, I don't know. I'm unaware of that.
I think you can get. I think you can get
what
well
most
into
people,
over 1,000.
If I'm just a friend, it's a 20, and if I'm a relative,
Yeah, I
it's
think
You're up to a 50.
Yeah, 50. Or maybe $100.
Maybe
if it's
$100,
somebody
depending on
close.
if you like them or not.
I don't know. It's a couple of grand for sure, I would think.
I don't know, but what are you two in for Sophia? I'll send you the
that's
invite.
right. I forgot. I didn't get in. When is that? You got an invite?
We don't have an invite
Just
out yet.
show her my lead investment paper.
You could turn over your share in the wax stands to Sophia.
Well, actually, there's going to be a cash call when he comes.
Ask her, what would you rather have? A 20 or my share in the wax stands?
Right, exactly. And this is,
Give her the choice.
Giving you virtually an executive position.
Right, and if it's bought out, those could be Class A shares. That's how I've classified his Class A shares.
That's right.
That's Warren Buffett stuff.
You know what? Instead of giving my niece the amount that I gave her, I should have given her my Fiat stock. That's what I should have given
exactly.
her. Right?
Or you
should have given her the Fiat stock.
Or you have to say,
Boy, I misread that one.
I made a donation in your name.
Did you see though? They're going to have. They're going to be way out in front on electric cars.
Yeah.
We can get the Pope and an electric Fiat. We still got a shot.
You know what? Hang on to it.
One last hurrah.
Hang on to it, because I think it's going to work out for us. 1500 ESPN is KSTP, St. Paul, Minneapolis. It's 76 Bluebird degrees. The ride is coming up, but the Twins are on, so good luck to you.